Oh, I'm on. I will get used to this. Did that scare you? Boo. Oh, let me just press that. Just having a nosy out the window. So let's just see if we get anybody on. Oh, I'm on. I've checked. God, is that you already, Joe?
It's me already.
Yeah, oh no, Joe's come on. I managed to get on myself. He's been roller skating without me. Can you believe it? I was walking the dog round the shore. Yes, I've gone and got myself some roller skates. Hello, everybody. Oh, God, look at all these comments. Who got gold? Who got gold? Vicky Vivas from Zambia. Gold medal on Wednesday evening? Tuesday evening. Lovely. Laura Thompson. Lovely, Laura. You've got a silver. And Emma Gill. Lovely. You've got a bronze. Hi, Shelley. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Jane and Sam and Suzanne and Anne and Zoe and Tracy and Helen and Teresa. Right, I can't obviously say hello. Let's have a look. So, right. So here we're on. I'm just practicing this using StreamYard. So I'm on Facebook, on Instagram and YouTube. And I don't know who watches on YouTube. I don't even know how to do it. So I just thought I meant to come on today, but I've just literally not had a moment. I'm practicing this new blocking my time out doing tasks because I want to be more organised and more efficient, and I cannot keep up with the things on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, just hello, and I appreciate you being here. Karen Lambert, I can see you on there. Let's have a look, because this will bore you shitless if I just keep looking at people's names. I find it harder Instagram because I don't recognise people's handles, if that's whatever you call them. Right, I just wanted to. Oh, Sophie's got notifications going off on YouTube and Instagram. I'm impressed. Hi, Paula. So it feels a bit different than doing a Facebook Live. I don't know why, because it's exactly the same, because I'm looking in the hole. If I look in the hole up there, but if I look at the thing, it looks like I'm not looking at myself. Whereas when I do a Facebook Live, I'm just looking at my own eyes. Whereas now I look like I've got a squint. So, but never mind. Oh, hi, Mo. Mo, that's your business names is Sweet Heaven by Mo and Lovely. So I didn't know that was you see. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, and because I keep meaning to do more of these lives and share a couple of things that happened today. And, I'm still laughing at some of your stories that you've told me about the menopause and all the stuff, whether it's the physicality of it and the impracticalities of having heavy periods or bad moods or anxiety, or whether it's just the funny things that you do. And a couple of things today. I mean, don't feel you have to hang around to listen to this, or you can share it. It's up to you. But let's see, 30? I have no idea how many. I don't even know how to look at YouTube. I look after, well, I do obviously because I've got a YouTube channel. What am I on about, the knobhead? So I had a dentist appointment today, and it was one that was made a while ago. I had a chip in one of my teeth off here, a tiny little chip. And when I went for my checkup, she said, oh, yeah, we can sort that. She goes, what they'll do is they'll take the metal filling out and refill it with a white one and sort the chip. I thought, oh, I don't like the sound of that, because I've not had a filling for years and years and years. And I just remember them being so unpleasant, and the noise of the drill. And when they used to shove that amalgam filling up, do you remember they used to shove it in a like a syringe, and they'd press it up, and I just hated it. And so if I'm being honest, I've been so anxious about it. In fact, I've been more than anxious. I've been really quite nervous and apprehensive, and so much so, hi Grace, so much so that I nearly cancelled. In fact, when she phoned up yesterday, she phoned up because they always phone to check from the dental practice. Hi Sally, just checking that you're coming tomorrow, and asking all the COVID questions. Have you had any of this? Have you had any of that? I felt like saying, yeah, I've been pinged, I'm self-isolating, and it was on the tip of my tongue to tell her a bit of a porky pie, so then I could get out of not going to the dentist, because it was really bothering me. Oh, hang on, Claire Louise is menopause rage today. This month is the first time ever I've missed a period. Due to go on holiday in 2 days, and I'm so unorganised and moody. I shouldn't be laughing, Claire Louise. I'm really sorry. I don't know how inappropriate to laugh at that, especially after what I was ranting like this last week. I think you sound really polite. I'm so unorganised and moody. I'd say it completely differently to that. I'd just say I can't be frigging arsed on a bloody shitty frigging fucking holiday. Bloody, and I'd just be twatting everybody in sight. Sorry, but I would, because I know how I get. It's awful. So, Claire, I hope you feel better soon. Try and take a deep breath, but you don't need me telling you that, do you? Nicola hates the dentist for all the reasons you have just mentioned. And I'm all right. Normally I'm all right with the dentist. And I was just dreading it. And I was aligning myself to tell myself this crap story that I'm going to get there, I'm going to get in the chair, and they're not going to do my chip. So they're going to rip my filling out and replace it, and they're not going to mend my chip. So I think, what's the point? So I'm going to get angry about that. I'd start off being polite and say I'm not having it done, and then if they put up an argument, I'd just have a panic attack. I could feel, and I did this whole crap movie thing in my head. Thought I'd just have a panic attack and be done with it, and then they'll have to, take heed. And it was just awful. And as I got there, I made sure I got there on time, and it's all very official, isn't it? You've got your masks on and they show you around, you've got hand sanitizer, which is all fair enough, obviously. Don't have an issue with that. And then they came in with all this big PPE and with this big hood on with a pipe coming out of her head. I thought, oh my God. But she was so lovely. It's a dentist I've not had before. And they were so nice. And I will be so grateful to the dental assistant. And I actually was honest. And I said, I've got to be honest. I'm really, really nervous about this. I'm really anxious. Nearly never came. How old are you? 51. No, I'm not 5. I don't want to go to the dentist. I'm 51, and I was shitting myself. I genuinely was. I felt like I wanted to take my mum with me. And anyway, I just thought, just breathe, Sally, just breathe. And in fact, in the car, I did a few deep breaths. Didn't work. And anyway, I laid in the dentist chair, and it was like telling you everything she was going to do. She goes, right, I'm just going to put some cotton wool on your gum to numb, because I'll use the big needle to inject you. And as they were doing the needle, this lovely dental assistant, she was patting my shoulder and she held my hand, literally like I was a 5-year-old. And instead of feeling, what the hell are you doing that for, love? I just felt so grateful. I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to allow myself to be a little girl. I'm just going to allow myself to be that little 5-year-old in the dentist chair. Because remember, when I was younger, I had some not very nice experiences, and I'm just going to let her look after me and pretend I'm not 51 and I'm scared of the dentist, So it was. I cracked my tooth, so I've been this week too. Hey, Ali, Ellen, menopause brain, booked my husband, Kev, in the vet. Instead of the dog, she booked her husband. I love it. So Ellen booked her husband in at the vet instead of the dog. Come on, you've got to share what shit things you do. And yeah, I know everybody does shit things, but you're doing them more and more. And what I'm worried about is that because they happen more frequently, it's, I believe in the law of attraction, you start to attract more of it, and then you start to believe it, and you talk yourself into doing this stuff. So anyway, I had my fill-in and it was absolutely fine. And actually, when I got off the chair, I just said, do you know what? I'm so grateful to you two. I think she thought I was a Fruit Loop, I tell you. I said, you two are going on my gratitude list tonight. And she, oh, that's really nice. And honestly, yeah, thank you to the dental technician, the dentist, for really looking after me and doing a lovely job, because I really was nervous. So Nicola had her dentist appointment today. I've been dreading it for 2 months. It was so easy, and this lovely professional people confirms my anxieties are just silly thoughts. We have to keep pushing through past our anxiety. There's nothing to be afraid of. Exactly. And do you know what? Your thoughts create your feelings, which create your actions. So just choose good ones. You can, that's a whole other video. I'll do that another time about the thought bus. It's going in my book. Well, I've written it already. You cannot control what thoughts come into your head. You can't control those, but you can control how long you choose to spend with that particular thought. So Knobhead here has been thinking about the dentist. So I call it being, I'll tell you now, I might as well. It's only football on. I look at thoughts. You know, people say when you're meditating, oh, clear your mind or let the thoughts come like passing clouds. Doesn't work for me, that. I just think of clouds and start drawing faces with them. So I've come up with this analogy of the thoughts are buses. And you're stood at the end of your road and the bus timetable, you've no control over the bus timetable. If you want to get from A to B, it's not an Uber, you know, you can't, you're on the bus route and the buses come at certain times and the number 55 is going one way and the number 10 is going another way. And you can't control what buses come round the corner because you've not done the timetable. Now, I call them thought buses. So I'm as scared of the dentist bus is what I've been on this week. In fact, I've been on it for a couple of weeks. It's been bothering me quite a bit. I don't know why. It just has. Ridiculous waste of time, but I'm just being honest. So the thought number 55 comes round the corner. I'm scared of the dentist bus. And it comes and it stops at the stop and it opens the door and the conductor says, do you want to get on, love? Oh, yeah, I'll have a ticket, please. I'll get on that bus. I'm going to get a comfy chair at the back. In fact, you know what? I'm on this bus. I might have a day pass. And I just sit on the bus all the time, ruminating about how scared I am at the dentist. So I've not been able to control that bus coming. I hope this is making sense. But I've controlled how much money I spend on a ticket. So I could have done, when the conductor opens the door and says, number 55, love, I'm scared of the dentist. There's all these other worried people. So half of you on here by the looks of these symptoms, you know. I'm scared of the dentist bus. And you're all sat there. And the door goes and I see your sorry faces. I think, do you know what, I'm not having that today. And I say to the conductor, thanks, but no thanks. I'll give it a miss today. And then I start thinking about what I'm going to have for my tea instead. And then I'm no longer anxious about the dentist because I'm choosing not to think about it. It might happen that I just get on the thought bus, you know, the dentist bus, just till the next stop. And I get on and go, oh, I'm a bit worried about the dentist. Oh, God. And then I get an email notification and read my email and then I've got off the bus without even realising it. So Claire, again, I'm scared to go on holiday bus, keep trying to get off it. But you don't have to try, you can get off it, you really can. Jackie went on Friday to have one and stressed all day. And when I got there, she said, I won't be doing it. I have to wait for another appointment. Oh, I'd have kicked off. I'd have kicked off about that, Jackie. I'd have said, you're doing it now. In fact, I said, have you got a pair of pliers? I'll take my tooth out. Hey, Paula, I can guarantee that Paula will have a story to tell. Paula Neal, lost my car keys for 3 weeks and nearly spent £200 on another set. My son found them under my husband's car seat. I could go on, but I'm frightened I'll be diagnosed with dementia. Do you know what? I think when you look what I can do, look at that. I forget I can do that. Look at that, Paula Neal. See, this is what you get good on StreamYard. I don't know how to get off your comment now, Paula. Get that. Look at me getting all fancy. So, hey, Helen, lovely Helen Bullen. There is a party bus. And do you know what? There's all sorts of buses. There's shit buses, there's anxiety buses, there's fear buses, there's happy, clappy, jolly buses. There's all sorts. There's content buses. There's I'm doing all right buses. There's I'm bloody that happy, I feel smug and pissing everybody off bus. There's all sorts, you know, and you can get on and off what bus you want. Let's have a bit of that one, you know. Who's going to agree with that? So Kitty says, I want to see Kev after he's had his op at the vet. So I've never booked. Come on, tell us your stories. I've got another one for you that I did today as well. So after the dentist and my face feels like it's out here, it obviously wasn't. I went to Tesco because I just wanted to get a few bits. I wanted to get some soya milk. Now I use Oatly, the organic Oatly, and I'd stay away from Alpro because it's just full of shite, if I'm honest, all the stuff I read on it. But apparently, I've been doing a bit more research, and lovely Amanda, my herb lady, says the organic Alpro one. I'm just putting a top tip in between my next little story I'm going to tell you. The Alpro organic is nothing but soybeans and water. there's nothing else rubbish in it. And she says it contains estrogen. So that'll do me. So I'm swapping from oat milk when I have my porridge, or I don't have a lot of milk, or if I have a hot chocolate, I'll be swapping it to Alpro organic soya milk. Top tip there for you. For ladies of a certain age, ladies who start to shit themselves at the age of 50 of going to the dentist, and do what I'm just about to tell you. Swap your milk, get the estrogen in. You know, so to the soya milk, unless you're allergic to it, of course. Yeah, I went to Tesco and I got my trolley from the trolley park, and I went in with my trolley, and I always put my car keys first, put my phone in my pocket. I put my car keys in and then my bag for life on top, so nobody can half-inch my car keys. Not that they would, well, you never know. And I'm always mindful that they don't fall through the trolley at the bottom, so I place my car keys carefully. So I remember doing it. And then I get to the flowers, and I'm a sucker for flowers on sale, Nancy's as well. So I look in the bin, and they've got roses for £1.50. I thought I'll have some of them, and then me being a picky there's 3 bunches to choose from. I'm still there thinking I was spending 20 quid on a bunch because I'm choosing which are the best shit flowers to buy. So I chose the best shit flowers and put them in my trolley, and that was it. And then I went about my business, and I went up and down the fruit and veg aisle, and I've spent about 20 quid, so I didn't get a lot. And then anyway, well, I did. I got some more pop chips, and then a different variety of triangle pop chips, and some hummus crisps. I love them all, I tell you. I've gone off kettle chips and Tyrrells. I love these pop chips. I must stop eating them as frequently. And so I got about 3 bags of those and got my soya milk and some bits and pieces. I actually went for mushrooms to get for Simon because he was making a gusto for tea, and I forgot the mushrooms. That's all I went in for, and I forgot them. I'm all right, Jack. As long as I've got my shit flowers, Simon, and my Alpro new organic soya milk, you can swivel with your mushrooms. Use a tin. So I did. So anyway, I was only about 15 minutes there because I like to peruse when I'm in Tesco. I just idle round. Who goes down the shit aisle? You know, when it's not Easter and it's not Christmas, they fill it with crap, don't they? They fill it with tonic water and Diet Coke and matchmakers. So I was like looking down that aisle. And then I go and look at the kitchen appliances. Ours is only a small Tesco. It's not a big one, so it doesn't take me so long. So anyway, I get to the checkout and I'm putting my stuff on. And when I clear my trolley, my car keys aren't there, and neither's my bag. And I literally start to get this anxiety, and I'm thinking, I've lost them. And I said, I'm searching through all my stuff that I've put on the conveyor belt. And I said, she goes, you all right, love? I said, have I put my car keys on? Can you see them? She goes, oh, no, there's no car keys. I said, what about my bag for life? I said, it's folded up into a square. She goes, no, there's nothing here, love. She goes, are you sure you put them in your trolley? I said, I know I put them in my trolley because I remember carefully placing them. I said I must have lost them. So she called somebody and they were looking round. She sent them off to have a look round the store. And I'm thinking, I'm just going to have to phone Simon to come and get me, but because I just wanted to get out of there. But I thought, literally, where have they gone? Where I've been holding my trolley all this time. And then it dawned on me, my shit flowers, they weren't on the conveyor belt. I said, are there some yellow roses on here? I didn't want to call them shit flowers to the Tesco woman. I said, are there some yellow roses on there? She went, no, love, you've not put any on. I said, well, I've lost those as well. I said, they can't be on the floor somewhere. And I thought, where the hell? And I thought I could feel this heat coming up. And I thought, do you know what? You've just acted like a right knob at the dentist's. You turned up last week at the dentist, 2 months early for a checkup, for a clean. And then you've just had to make a show of yourself because you're acting like a 5-year-old. And now you're having this episode in Tesco, and I could feel myself getting all hot and bothered. I thought, please don't have a panic attack. Please just do not. Just chill down, Sally. And then I had a brainwave. I thought, the shit flowers. I wonder if I've left them by the flowers box. So I did. I ran over while there was a queue of people behind me. You know how people get impatient when you're taking your time. I said, I'm ever so sorry. And there was my trolley. My trolley there left stranded in the middle of Tesco with my car keys, my bag for life, and my shit flowers. Nothing else. So I'm thinking, where's this other trolley come from? Did the mate, when I wasn't looking, where they picked this other trolley up from just randomly? Whose trolley is it? How come there's nothing in it? You don't ever just see an abandoned trolley in the middle of Tesco. I could understand if there'd been a few bits in it. And she says, are you sure you're putting your shopping on, love? So yes, so that was another thing. And I said, I'm ever so sorry. And she looked at me knowingly. And you know, it's right. When women a similar age, you look at you knowingly. And then the woman who I apologised to for keeping waiting, I think she was going to be a bit vexed, but I think she sort of took a bit of pity on me. Vicky says, soy milk. Oh, and you know, I'm going to put your comment up so people can read it for themselves, so I don't have to read it out. Yeah, exactly. I know, and that's what I've learnt today, Vicky. I mean, don't come to me for scientific facts, people. You know, come for me to inspire to get out of bed in the morning, to get moving and to try different things. I'm my own guinea pig, and I'm happy to anything that I do, which I'm trying something at the moment to do with my hormones, and I shall report back because I'm just not tolerating. I've been bitten on my wrist, so I'm just not tolerating it anymore. So thanks for that, Vicky. So let's see what we've got on here. Hang on, how do I get rid of Vicky's comment? So I know that sounds rude, doesn't it, Vicky? But, you know. So feel free to share this video. My husband is looking at me like I'm mad. I have my earphones on. Are you laughing, Kim, to yourself? Linda, you're more than welcome for your email reply. It's hard to reply to them all, but I do try my very best. I do. Oh, I should put it on, shouldn't I? I do an email on a Friday, which I really enjoy writing. I'll be writing it tomorrow. And anybody who's on me, I think there's about 10,000 people on my email list. And emails, the funny things, aren't they? Because the industry average is you only get about 19% average of those people opening an email. That's just how it is, you know. But it's a lot to me, that. But my average is about 35%, which is marvellous. So people read them, and I do love writing emails. I do, and I just write as I speak, unfortunately. So look at this, Lindsay. What's she having to say? Nearly put milk in the larder instead of the fridge. Looked at it and wondered what the fuck. So somebody just said before they made some sandwiches at night for work the next day, and when she went to get them in the morning, the sandwiches weren't there, but the cling film was. She put the cling film in the fridge. You know, it's just stupid stuff like this, isn't it? Oh, Vicky, bless you. So yeah, Debbie, I get that. I don't drink milk. I think all milk's rank. I've never, ever since we were forced to have it at school as a 5-year-old, you know, warm milk in a carton, and you could never get that straw off without bending it in the middle and putting it in. We were forced to have it by the teachers. Drink your milk. And I've never, ever liked milk. The only time I'll have milk, it's got to be full fat, is on if I have cereal. I don't have that much cereal, very rarely, but sometimes I just fancy some Frosties. I'll be honest, you know, don't come here for perfection, or Weetabix, or even Rice Krispies. When I was younger, I think this is where I get it from. We used to have Rice Krispies, and we used to get the unpasteurised milk, you know, in the green top glass bottles from the farm. And my dad, and there was always cream at the top of it. So the top like quarter was cream. I used to have that on a supper at night. We always used to have Rice Krispies. And I can remember the noise, and put the cream on and then put loads of sugar on. And then when you're eating it, and when you get to the bottom, you still got all the crunchy sugar with the cream and the bits of Rice Krispies left. I used to just love that. And my dad, bless him, he used to have the gold top one with the green top with the gold stripe, and we weren't allowed to touch that. Us 4 children, we weren't allowed to touch Dad's milk. I loved it when he used to go away on business and his milk was up for the offering. I used to grab it. So so yeah, that's all I've got to report today, really. Hello, Instagram, 25 people on. I don't even know how you come back on Instagram either, but let me have a look. and I don't recognise a lot of your names, but obviously I do, you know, so I don't want to be rude. Oh, look at that, Sarah on Instagram. Sarah Denise 57 says she's a dental nurse and loads of people are anxious these days. Is it really made a difference? You know, I think people are, you know, obviously nervous about coming out of lockdown, aren't they, really? And I think everything, you know, it is weird, really. It's a strange time. Colette spent what felt like an age. She's on Instagram looking for the business debit card today in a multi-storey car park, being tipped out all over the car, seats pulled back too, only to find it on the floor near the car. And don't you get in a bloody tiswas? You really do, don't you? And one thing, if I can just give you a little challenge, when we do these things, I mean, I just did then call myself a knobhead, but knobhead I actually use as a term of endearment for people. So if I call you knobhead, unless it's got effing in before it, then I'm being nice. Thank you, Paula. I do feel all right. Is don't, like, when Colette there did that with the car keys, I bet you were cursing yourself, Colette. I bet you were. I bet you're going, oh, bloody silly bitch. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, this is ridiculous. God, I'm so stupid. Well, we're not. We're not stupid. You know, we're not stupid. We're not senile. We've not got dementia. It's just, I just think what your body's having to cope with and your energy in your head is having to go elsewhere. So I just, you know, right. Kitty says a smear is due and she can't find a face mask that fits my hoo-ha. Oh, that was a thing. Face mask. I went into the dentist and they were both there in the big helmets. Literally, they looked like something out of Doctor Who. And with them pipes coming off the back of their head. And she asked me to take my face mask off. And I couldn't believe it. I thought, I've never been asked that before. And then it only dawned on me when she started putting the injection in my mouth that obviously I had to take my face mask off them to get to my teeth. I thought, what's she asking me to take my face mask off for? I just tell everybody I'm menopausal, says Nicola. I openly declare it. You know, and like Paul says, we're human, we get distracted and we do. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, you see, Nicola. I think that's one thing. What are other people's thoughts? Part of me doesn't want to keep ranting on about the menopause because people go through it, and I'm aware there's a few business people I know that are younger than me, and I remember mentioning it last year at a retreat, and I remember mentioning it and somebody just said, oh, for God's sake, Sally, don't start with that shit that all bloody women go on about. She goes, I've no intention of suffering with it. She goes, look at J-Lo, she got through it, you know, and that's what I'm going to do. And I just thought, oh, that's what I used to think. Just you wait, I thought. You know, but what are your views on it? You know, are you happy to talk about it? Do you blame it when you get into predicaments? Do you think that emphasises it? Does it make you feel better if you talk about it? Does it make you feel like you're a whinging cow? Do you think people get pissed off with you for talking about it? You know, the video that I did and the follow-up email that I sent with the big menopause rant about bleeding into my Ugg slippers and all the anxiety it creates. I actually got a couple of emails from men responding to that, and one of them was just amazing. And he said, do you know what, Sally? I had no idea. He says, and I'm embarrassed to say that I've been one of those men in the office that literally just shun women when they're going on about the hot flushes. And he says, I roll my eyes. I think, oh, for God's sake. And he says, and you've given me a completely different point of view. And he says, I will promise I will never do that again. He says, I had no idea how bad it was. And so the whole thing was worth it just for that, really. So I don't know. Yes, Karen, it is live now. So Karen McNaught, it is live right this very second. My watch has run out. I've done 20,000 steps again today. Can I just tell you, Nordic walking and being outside is saving me at the moment. I was up at 5:30 this morning, 5:45, did 5 miles, took me about an hour and 20 minutes, and 11,000 steps in the bank, all before 7:30. And it just stops you from going into a tunnel of shit. I mean, you might still have a shit day. Obviously, look at me having a panic attack at the dentist and nicking some old day's trolley at Tesco. But it could have been worse if I hadn't done that. So Catherine chucked her cutlery in the kitchen bin. In the bin the other day, I had to stick my hand into the rank food waste at the bottom of the bin to fish them out. Love it. What have we got here? I just twice now took the wrong bank card, convinced it was the right one, as checked to get petrol and shopping. I couldn't pay. Somebody else messaged me earlier as well. This one's a classic. One woman, it doesn't half make me feel better, I tell you. One woman drove to Tesco, did a little bit of shopping, only a bit, and she walked home forgetting that she'd driven. It just makes me laugh. It really does, honestly. But I just love hearing your stories. Claire's 35. Yeah, hot flashes. Yeah, do you know what? I said that in my email. This is what I'd write. Where do you lot stand on this? I'll go soon. Claire's 35. Quite a few people think I'm hypochondriac when I suffer with my monthlies, moods, aches and pains, hot flashes, etc. But I'm honest about it. I don't like it if they can piss off. I love that. But flashes, can we just have a vote? When the hell? Who changed the name to flashes? Who did that without permission? It's always been a hot flush, hot flush, hot flush. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing hot flashes everywhere. It's a hot flush. It's not hot flash. It's like nearly as traumatic as when they changed Jif to Sif and Marathon to Snickers. I mean, Jif, Marathon to Snickers, that's not too bad. But Jif to Sif, come on. But flashes, I'll always call them flushes. I started doing it flashes because everybody else was, but it just doesn't feel right. It makes me, I go, ooh, like that. So, but yes, but you can, and some people do start early, don't they? So Sophie goes around talking about perimenopause and HRT all the time to the younger members of staff at work. Keep telling them to get on estrogen in their mid-40s. Has been life-changing for me. See, I'll talk about this on a different one because I've gone on long enough now. But if you want to know what I'm doing, and this is just my experience like anything, when I went alcohol-free, when I did that, when I give up sugar, when I do veganing, I just do little experiments on myself. And I'm not telling anybody to do anything apart from actually get up and walk. I'd like you to do that. But I'm experimenting. I've been on estrogen for about 8 months, and I'm not going to go into it now, but I am going to be coming off it. And I have my reasons why, and I will share that with you in another video. And I'm not medically trained. I've no frigging idea. I'm just experiencing the symptoms of perimenopause, menopause. I've no idea. One woman did message me. She goes, "It's just shit, Sally." She said, and I don't know these women. They obviously they're in a community, and some of them I don't know, and they might be on the email list. And the response I got, she says, "Honestly, Sally, I have been for 5 months, 8 months, and then I went 11 months without a period because everybody wants to get to that 12-month magic number." She says, "And then I went and had one, and I've got to start counting from day one all over again." And my heart sank for her because that's what it feels like. And it's not like you're doing a 12-month sugar-free challenge and on as if you were doing 12 months sugar-free. Would you, after 11 months, if Fat Janice brings a bloody cake into the office for a birthday, I don't mean to be, that's just, so don't please take offence. If you do follow my stuff, I have these characters. And anyway, Fat Janice is no longer overweight because she lost 2.5 stone in lockdown. And that pisses everybody off who didn't do that. But I'll talk about that another time. Why was I telling you that? Yeah, would you do 11 months sugar-free? You've done brilliantly, not had a bit of processed sugar, and then Janice brings in a chocolate cake for a birthday after 11 months. Would you go and eat a slice if you're doing a 12-month challenge? Would you hell? You just wouldn't do it, would you? So think how you feel when you've gone 11 months without a period and you're just sailing away, being smug with all these people who are going on about heavy periods. Oh, it's been 11 months. I think I'm through it. I think I'm doing all right. 11 months. I'm going to hit the menopause in a month's time. And then you just go and have a period from hell. That's what I'm dreading. It's not, I'm delighted. I'm on about day 6 now without a period, which is at the moment for me is a long time. That's like 6 months. So I'm just hoping that I might at least get to 2 weeks. Let's see. So we'll see what happens. Right, do you know what? I could read these all the time. Lynn's still wearing a nurse's hat. She's doing that in her 20s. It's like me still wearing my onion goggles. Nicola says she'll be giggling all night about your shit flowers and get to, and gift to Sif and fat Janice. Well, I just can't. Oh, I'm glad you'll be that's the sort of thing, Nicola. If you're anything like me, if you know when something tickles you like that, and you think actually if you tell somebody else, think that's not even funny. Why did you find that funny? But that's the sort of thing, Nicola, that you'll be at the traffic lights a week on Wednesday and you'll just be sat there and it'll pop into your head and you'll start pissing your pants. Because that's what happens when you laugh too much. I don't do that. You know, when people say the if they're exercising, the only time I do that is when I've decided in my head I want to wee and I'm walking towards the toilet. I can't get my knickers down quick enough. I'm all right if I'm out on a walk and I need a wee, I can hold it in, but it's once my head has given my body permission to go and have a wee, and I just can't get my trousers down quick enough. It's terrible. It's awful. So, right, I'm off. I'm going to go. After your last rant, Debbie says she's spoken to a GP about perimenopause, had an internal and now referred for scans. Certainly buckle and bracing it before HRT. Yes, I do. There's lots of different options. Sharon, let me just finish on this one just to piss everybody off. I went 11 months without and then had a 3-week period. A doctor said this is not uncommon. Well, I bet he was sat there, wasn't he, with his smug brown jumper on. Fucking hell. Doctor said, it might be a nice woman who's 24. Doctor said this is not uncommon. I'm 57 in 2 weeks and hot flushes are kicking in. 11 months. You feel like you've done a stretch in prison, don't you? You feel like you've done a stretch on remand and they're calling you back in. Right, time's up. You nearly made 12 months, but you just misbehaved a bit, so get back in. We'll let you out another couple of years maybe. Good thing is, though, none of us know, Janice, none of us know how long it's going to go on. And you're saying, please, prison guard, tell me how long is this going to go on? No idea. He might be out next week again. You could be here for another 3 years. You could be here for 8 years. Have some of that. Julie in cell block 8, she's been here 8 years. She's been here 8 years, she has. In and out, in and out, in and out. Should see its state of her. Tell you, she's 3 stone heavier. Bloody hell, she can't stop eating Lindor balls. They get smuggled in. So yeah, that's what it's like. It is. Hi, Billy Jane. So, right, so I'm off. I'm sorry it's late. I won't usually do lives this late, but it's lovely to speak to you. And if you like it, share it. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's not like I'm doing fitness or anything. So I might do a reading tomorrow. I meant to come on today. I just need to organise my calendar. You should see my calendar. It's full on. So of all little jobs I'm doing in the day, just to try and organise myself. And Joe's leaving for uni. They've got a house now, and it's going to be going in about 4 weeks. So I'll be sharing that with you, how that affects me. Oh, tell you. But never mind. And then Nancy will be going in September. We'll have an empty nest. Hey. Sorry to hear that, Catherine. Do you know, I empathise. I do. Getting one on your first day of your holiday in Spain. Oh, it's shit, isn't it? But anyway, thanks for showing up and thanks for talking to me. I really appreciate it. And I love listening, watching your stories and hearing them. It has helped me massively. I know you're not on your own, and we all know really we're not on our own, but we don't want to become these, I don't know, not going on about it all the time, but it's our reality, isn't it, at the moment for a lot of us. So, all right then, have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the football tomorrow. If you're watching it, I'm a fair weather supporter. Now they've got to the semi-final, I'll give it the side eye while I'm, doing a bit of sort of other stuff on my iPad. I meant to put a code on Do you want me to put a link in? Sweaty Betty, last day of the sale, they've got an extra 20% off. Some cracking leggings, honestly, for half price. Some of them are half price, and then you get another 20% off. So I might put the link in. I meant to put it in on Get Over Yourself, but the sale, it finishes tonight. So I might just put that on if I remember when I get off here. All right then, lots of love, and thank you, Instagram. If you're on YouTube, if you do watch this on YouTube, can you just leave a comment? Then I know it works. So I'm looking in the wrong hole. I need to be here. Can you just leave a comment so I know it works on YouTube? I'd be really grateful. And if you're on catch up, do you know what StreamYard said as I logged on? It said, don't forget to thank people who are going to watch not live. I said, StreamYard, I don't need you to tell me that. That's one thing I always do, because I really appreciate every single person who logs on this. 41 minutes. It was supposed to be 15. And they'll watch. Right, I love doing this sometimes. 41 minutes. I'm sorry, I said I'd try and keep them to 15. That should have been 2 different subject matters. How many fingers have I got up? So if you're on catch up, not now if you're watching live, obviously. If you're on catch up, just tell me, write in the comments how many fingers I've got up. Then I know you've watched till the end. And if you have, I'm bloody impressed, and I'm really grateful and thankful for showing up. Again, I was looking in the wrong hole again. I can't cope with all these different holes I've to look at. All right then, so thanks to all of you, and I might see you tomorrow, might not, we'll see. Lots of love, and just keep doing your best. Just keep smiling as much as you can and keep doing your best. And if in doubt, wake up and walk. All right then, lots of love. How do I turn you off? Cheerio, bye. So that's that one.